Boston hurt! Hey! Hey! Ah! Come on! Finally! Don't do anything! Let's go!
2014 will always be remembered as the year of the remastered games. All of the biggest titles from the previous generations have been ported over to the new systems with higher resolutions and tons of new features packed in. Games like The Last of Us and Sleeping Dogs have all made an appearance. But there's only one king of the remastered games, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is Grand Theft Auto 5. Many of you have already probably played and finished Grand Theft Auto 5 on one of the previous gen systems. So instead of detailing the game's story and things like that, I'm just going to focus on all the new shiny features you can expect to see in the remastered version.
I don't like this!
One such new improvement is the new lighting system. Lens flare has been added and plenty of other lighting effects to give for a more immersive experience. But the biggest new improvement has to be without a doubt the inclusion of a first-person mode that lets you play the game from a Call of Duty style perspective. Shooting from an iron sight's perspective is a bit more tricky, but it does allow you to be more precise with your shots. Being able to go first person meant that every single vehicle in the game had to have brand new interiors included, with plenty of little details like working speedometers and gauges. Driving from a first-person perspective feels great, but just maneuvering around the city does feel a little bit awkward, especially when you want to cling to cover and roll out of danger. However, the new perspective does allow you to take in plenty of new details that you probably would have never have seen from a third-person perspective.
Hey, my whip!
There's also been plenty of new detailed foliage included in the game to give you a sense of a real lush environment when you're in the wilderness areas. Even the character models have been greatly improved to show better realistic damage, such as brand new scratches and cuts to the guys' faces whenever they get into a car accident or a big firefight. Even the blood textures that fall on the ground have been completely redone to look much better at a higher resolution. The light sources in the game, from say helicopter lights or even the headlights of the cars, have also been rebuilt from scratch to make them look more cinematic. Even your character from GTA Online from the previous version can be transferred onto the new version. So all the cool weapons, apartments, even your pimped out whip can be transferred without any problem whatsoever. To sweeten the deal, Rockstar have included $500,000 for you to spend in both single player and multiplayer, so that you start off with the best hardware the game has to offer. The DLC from the previous version is now also included in the brand new version, so things like Flight School are all available from the get-go for you to get cracking with. The size of the online matches has now also been increased to allow up to 30 players per session. The result is some of the most insane and frantically fun multiplayer action you will come across in any game. To say that GTA Online is worth the asking price alone is not the craziest thing I've ever said. And trust me, I've said some crazy crap in my time. But the improvements to the new version of GTA 5 don't even stop there. Things like the draw distance have been dramatically increased so you can see for miles. Traffic density has been pumped up to ridiculous levels so that it actually feels like real traffic. And there's also been plenty of new vehicles as well as brand new weapons added for you to experiment with next time you go on a crazy rampage. Even the vehicle deformation and damage has been pumped up so that little bits of pieces fly off your vehicle and the crumple zones look more realistic. In the end, Grand Theft Auto 5 Remastered is like falling in love for a second time. Think of it like a second honeymoon. It was great the first time, but the second time all the kinks and bugs have been worked out and the experience is just pure bliss. The inclusion of a first-person mode as well as the tons of extras you get in the package are well worth the asking price. And it makes GTA 5 Remastered not only the best remastered game this year, but possibly even Game of the Year for a second year in a row. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love GTA 5 on the previous gen consoles. But playing it on the new systems, well, what can I say? It's something I can barely put into words. Maybe this will help.